These pumpkins have been sitting on my porch, and I'm like, "Oh, I've got to get. I just got to either carve them or paint them." So the other night I did my those guys back there, and today I did Chucky, except for he didn't turn out. Ron didn't even know who he was, so I was like, great. So then I just hung it up, and then just now I thought, you know what? I have one pumpkin left. I'm gonna freaking paint it. So I thought I would go live. I do get nervous painting pumpkins going live because I don't know if it's going to turn out. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Irene. I'm doing good. So if you are interested in checking out me painting this pumpkin, hang around. I haven't even decided on the colors yet. I'm just going to go ahead and start outlining. Going to be kind of Cheshire scary. I saw a few pictures on Pinterest that I thought were pretty cool. So, I don't know. If it doesn't turn out, oh well, I'm still going to put it on my porch. So, I kind of sketched out in white pencil a little bit. So, the main focus is going to be, which these little creases make it very difficult. The main focus is going to be this mouth, and it's going to look kind of yucky at first. You know, touch-ups are so important after the fact, so that'll help make it look a little better, hopefully. I don't know, Denise. We'll see. We'll see. Painting pumpkins is a lot different for me than... Well, a lot different for me than the styrofoam. Sometimes it doesn't look good. Ooh, I already see this one's going to be lower. So it's going to be kind of crooked face, but oh well. Oh, I got to turn it this way. Sorry if it's a weird angle for you. I just need to get this outlined so I can work with it from there. As you can see, it's going to be a big size mouth. And he's going to have fangs. It's going to be scary because tomorrow's Halloween. I would super appreciate it if you guys would share this live. And thumbs up and hearts and all that jazz. That would be great. You know, I think I'm going to tell you guys a story while I paint. And this is a true story. This is something that happened when I was maybe 13 or 14. And it's a spooky story that happened. And actually in my local newspaper where I used to live, I forgot what, it's been about, oh gosh, it was in the 80s. You know, they had, send in, you know, your haunted scary stories and for a chance to be printed in the paper. And mine made it on the first page of the section that they were in, the living section of the newspaper. And my story was called The Seance. And it's true. And I'm going to tell you about it. But first I got to go take my medicine. Hold on, let me get out of my purse. That little alarm you heard was my reminder, and I totally forgot. So let me get it. Just take my pills. Okay, I am back. All right. So, again, this is a true story. So when I was a teenager, I used to love to fool around with Ouija boards and seances. I was like so really into it. It was my thing. And I had gone on a trip with my mother to this town, which some of you, if you're familiar with California, you'll know. It's called Santa Cruz. And in the hotel that we were staying at, next to it was an antique store. So my mom was, shopping around, and I was just looking, and I came across these really old pictures. Hold on, this is the hard part for me, because all this little indents on the pumpkin make it freaking hard. So I'm looking through all the photos, just waiting for my mom because she was shopping, and I came across an old photo of a woman, and I'm like, wow, she resembles my brother. Which actually, interesting is that we do have a family history in Santa Cruz on my father's side. I actually didn't know that at the time. But anyway, so there went my brain. My brain just started turning and turning. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to play a joke. And it was going to be on my brother, first. It's like, I'm going to tell him that it's an old family member. And I don't even remember. I'd have to take the article from the newspaper to see how it came about. What I was going to tell him, but other than it was just a family member. I don't know if I decided at that point we were going to have a seance or what, but I just wanted to scare him, because he would get scared so easy. So anyway, it turned out I told him that it was an old family member, and we're going to have a seance. And we're going to try to contact her. So, again, don't forget, we're young. We're all in our teens. He was probably 15, 16. I was 14, 13, somewhere around there. So, it was him, his girlfriend at the time, who was my boyfriend, is now my ex-husband. He was there, and his brother, and I think that was it. So I had my bed pushed all the way up against the wall, so it was all open. Put candles all around, had candles inside the corners of the room, and I had one in the middle of the room. And then I took her picture, I turned it upside down, and I put it on top that a cup of water that was next to the candle. And I put a mirror behind me, because I loved scaring them, A mirror during a seance is pretty spooky. So next to my bed in the corner, there was a light as well. My brother was facing that wall where my bed was. So I started my fun stuff, calling to her. And I honestly can't even remember the name I gave her. I gave her a name, but I don't remember. And so I was calling to her, and it went on for a little bit, weird stuff. And this is the scary part. All of a sudden, the water tipped and the picture fell. Now, I know you're probably like, oh gosh, that's probably not true. I'm telling you, it happened. It happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. When that happened, there was a glow that I did not see, but my brother saw on my wall, which he was facing. The candle that was in the corner by the bed lit up like a torch. It was, chaos. We're all teenagers. My ex-brother-in-law who was there, my ex-husband's brother, he was freaking stoned as you know what. And I tell you, when this was over, he felt straight. It was so funny. But when all of that happened, my brother swears that he saw a figure on the wall. And of course, he's thinking it's her. And he goes into a hysterical scream. And I know he saw something because I have never seen him ever in that, how he was. It was hysterical. One of, I don't know if it was his girlfriend, got up, tried to open the bedroom door, which was behind me. Couldn't open it. Everybody starts screaming. It was just a very scary feeling in there. Like there was just something really bad. And my parents were home. And after numerous times of them trying to open the door, which now as an adult, I can go back and I can think of things that could have been related to the door. When you're scared like that, maybe your foot was stuck, right? Maybe your foot was stuck in the door. Maybe that's why it didn't open. I don't know. I just know that I tried and tried to open it and couldn't open it. One of my parents, I don't even remember which one, ended up opening the door, screaming, "Oh, what is going on here?" And mind you, while all this is happening, my brother is still in that, horrifying scream of just horror. And he was pale white. And of course, told him, "Oh my God, this even more." My mom like, "Oh, I told you not to be messing with that stuff, having seances, blah, 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 blah." And, oh my God, it was just, the whole thing, it was really terrifying. So, weird stuff started happening after that. I had a dog that would go under the house and just cry and cry. We would hear footsteps. We would hear footsteps coming up to the door and then nothing. Doors would slam. I am telling you the honest truth. This is no lie. My mom had to get the house blessed. There was some weird shit that happened. And after that, honestly, I have never touched a Ouija board. I have planchettes and stuff just like decor, but I will not play a Ouija board because I know that we brought something over during that seance. So Ouija boards and seances instantly stopped when that happened. So many things happened. I can't even, this went on for a long time. I remember, because we had these doors that shut in the living room that it separated the kitchen and the living room. And my ex-husband and I, he used to come over every night. He lived across the street, so it made it convenient. And we would watch TV. And we had those closed all the time. And we were watching, and we heard footsteps. And my mom, because my dad at that point, this is how long it lasted. My dad at that point, he wasn't there anymore. And she was working. She worked nights at the restaurant as a hostess. And I don't know where my brother was. And we heard footsteps in the kitchen, like coming to the living room. And we just sat there. And then we literally, honest to God's truth, heard like a scratching that went down half of the bottom of that door. I'm telling you. Rick, my ex-husband, got up, opened him, nothing. I could go on and on about the weird stuff. And there's a little more detail to the seance thingy. But I'm telling you, that was scary. Sometimes when I think about it, it scares me because these things did happen. There was so many weird things that happened in that house. And my mom had to have it blessed more than once. It was crazy. It was spooky. It was scary. It was fun. I loved playing with stuff like that, but I mean, we used to go ghost hunting in graveyards. I mean, we did all that fun stuff ever since I was young. Just always dug it, but when it comes to the Ouija boards and the seances, that's where, eek, I'm scared after what happened. Because I think I brought something in the house that was evil. Okay, at least you can get an idea of how it's starting to look. It's not super even, but that's okay. You know, it's just a pumpkin, and I just love to have either carved pumpkins or painted pumpkins on the porch for all the kids. That's all that matters. All right, let's see. These aren't very even. I'm going to do some little curves there. This can be like, I guess, his little hair. Little patch of hair here. Who's excited for Halloween? Does anybody have any really awesome plans? Any awesome plans for Halloween? Let me look really quick at my picture that I like. Kind of see. All right. Let's do some. I still don't know what color I'm going to do. Dang it, I should have left it more open for paint to go in there. Sorry, it's totally not facing you. I have to turn. All right. Time for the teeth. So we're going to go. When I was young, we lived in a haunted house where we could hear and see things so many. My mom had it blessed, but when the priest finished, the whole house made a big crackling sound, scared us all. Wow, that that happens. Houses get haunted. There's poltergeists happen, and I highly recommend getting a priest. Highly recommend blessing him. There's a lot of scary stuff out there. And I know that it's hard to believe for a lot of people, but when you experience it, you'll know. I mean, there's weird stuff. And I know for a fact I've experienced some weird, scary stuff that I just cannot explain. Very scary. Oh, you're working, Denise? Dang it. Working on Halloween? That sucks. My youngest son has to work on Halloween. I won't be able to see my grandkids, but you know, I did spend time with my younger grandsons doing the trunk or treat. Then they stayed the night the other night, and we had like a little Halloween. I had Halloween treats and Halloween cake. And then they helped me. I'm making these teeth down here a little too big. They helped me fix little Halloween trick-or-treat bags for all the trick-or-treaters for me. And then last night, my step-grandson stayed the night, and we took him to a trunk-or-treat. Got him his costume, and so I got to do some things. My older grandkids I won't be able to see. So I'm just gonna put my costume on, go outside, have all my decorations are out there, and I'm gonna hand out candy bags. I know this is a long part, kind of boring, sorry. Probably should have made them a little more pointy, but oh well. Like I said, it's just for fun. I believe in ghosts after living in that house. Yes, I 100% believe in ghosts also. I believe that there's many things out there that we can't explain. I believe that spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, will remain, some anyway, you know, just they don't want to cross over. They want to remain in the home that they lived in for so long. Their energy is there, you know. I really believe that. I call her Grandma Lita, where I used to live in Salinas. It originally was my grandmother's house, and the house I grew up in is different. This one where I lived as an adult, my mom purchased my grandma's house when she passed away, and then I lived there. And my grandma actually passed away in the house. And there was a lot of little things that happened there. Even my mom was standing at the sink in the kitchen, and she was there alone. I don't know, watching the animal, what she was there alone. We must have been somewhere, a trip or something, who knows. But she had told us that she heard footsteps, almost like chanclas, and she said that she knew it was her mom, and she heard it come all the way walking up behind her, and she just stood there, and she could feel like it was her mother. And I guess when she turned around, of course, there was nothing there. Things like that. We did have a time where there was some, I believe, evil presence in the home, and I think that was because there was a lot of negativity in the house at the time, a lot of problems, and I think problems open you up to, you know, not good things. And there was some weird stuff, and the footsteps were, I don't know how to describe, more of like a pounding footstep going down the hallway, heard numerous times by everybody. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I both, when we were home alone, this gives us chills to this day when we talk about it, we could hear a baby in the back room, and there was no baby there. There was nobody, nothing there. And I think, and oh, there's so much during that scary time. Um, the most scary thing that happened to me in the house, it was late, probably the wee hours, and I went to the restroom. Kids are sleeping, and that's when my husband at the time had moved out. And I went to the restroom, and I had the door open because the restroom was in my bathroom. And I heard, plain as day, my name being called, like coming from my bedroom, because the way my bedroom was, you walk into an area where the sink and stuff was, and then there was another room for the bathroom. So around that corner was my bedroom area. And I heard it coming from there. And I heard it, I swear, just Heather, but not loud at all. And I was just froze for a second. Mind you, I'm going to the bathroom. And I just froze. And then it was like, because I didn't respond, I don't know, it got louder. And then it got louder. And I heard like a yell, my name, and I started yelling, no, 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 and covering my ears because I was so horrified. Jumped off the toilet. I was so scared. I did not even want to move. I wanted to just stay there, but I had my kids, two of the youngest ones, they're little, because this was in the 90s. I checked everything in the house, and there was nothing, nobody. That was the scariest experience I had. My middle son had some really scary experiences there. There's so many. Now I'm going to get scared. I'm going to be spooked. I'm in here in this kitchen by myself. I love to get scared. I just love it. But I get scared getting scared. I don't know how to explain it. I love the thrill of being scared. I'll watch the horror movies and stuff. However, I'm not like when I was younger. Now I get super scared. And so I'm a chicken. But I still like it. All right. We're almost done with the mouth. I know this takes a long time. But it'll be worth it. And I do believe that you have to be careful when you do vulva stuff too. People that have the seances and play with the Ouija boards and stuff. You got to be really careful. Because you can think that you're talking to somebody that might be a family member that's passed, but there's a chance that you could be talking to a dark spirit that could be trying to fool you. So you need to be careful. And you know too when there's like a spirit or something, because I have felt it. There's smells, there's temperature change. I've experienced the nice smells. I've actually experienced the smell of cigar, and my dad always smoked cigars. He passed away in 2004. I have had some episodes where I could smell the cigar, and I always say, I know that's you, Pops. I know you're here. But I've also experienced very weird, putridy smell. And that was during the time when it was you know, scary stuff was happening. Not at my house growing up, at my grandmother's house. And there was a lot of turmoil and stuff. Cold spots in the rooms. You know when they're there. Ew, I just love talking about spooky stuff. Now I'm getting chills behind my neck. I know, I'm getting spooked too. You know what? Oh gosh, I don't know if you own any pets, Irene, but one of the scariest things is if you do have a pet, have you ever experienced like a dog or your cat, like if they just stand there and they're staring at something and start barking or meowing for a cat or something? Oh, that is so scary, and there's nothing there. That's happened to us. That has happened to us. And that is so scary, especially if I'm home alone. I'm like, no, don't do that. I don't want to know if there's a spirit in here. Because what if it's a bad one? Because animals sense things and they see things that we don't see. Huh, Jakey? Don't be looking at stuff that's not there. I don't want you to scare me more. I got my lab right here next to me. He's 13 and not in good shape, so I don't know anymore if he would even care. Yes, sure, here. I think I will make, because I didn't do a back, you know, I didn't do a base, which I actually should have, but I wasn't thinking. I should have did like a purple or a pink base. That would have been cool. But I didn't do that. So I think I'll just paint the hair up there. One of my colors like that. Purple or pink or something. Something bright. Now, normally these will need 2 coats, but I'm not going to do that because that'll make the live be like so long, and I know it's late for some of you and you probably don't want to sit here and watch me do 2 coats on all these teeth. So and I'll do my touch-ups, you know, on it later. But if you don't feel like carving a pumpkin, dang, just go ahead and paint it. Super simple. You can paint any design on it. You don't have to get, you know, all crazy with it. Just the cutest little designs would look nice. I'm going to put a white base on here because I want the color I use to show up good. When you're using, when your base is this pumpkin, your colors aren't going to show up as bright. So put some white on it first and then put your color of your choice on it, and then it'll be nice and bright. So that's what I'm doing there. So it looks kind of messy right now, but this is what's going to make the color stand out that I put on it. And you don't have to get it on there perfect. You just need to get a good amount, but not perfect. So if you're just coming in and you look and you're like, ew, that doesn't look good, it's not going to stay this way. That's just so that, and maybe we'll even do this, because I don't know what color I'm going to do the nose yet, but I'm sure it'll be color that I want to show up good. Then I could go over my, I think it needs some more designs on it too, but I get these teeth done. I'll give it a chance to dry while I'm doing these teeth. I could always touch up my outlines later. I know I said I was going to do 2 coats, but I just want to get these front teeth. Okay. Almost done with the teeth. There's a scary movie out in the theaters right now. I was wanting to go see it tonight, but Ron took grandbaby home. Called Pray for the Devil, and it looks so scary. Possession. Spooky. When I was making the Reagan doll, styrofoam head, and then I told, as I made it, if you haven't seen it, if you're interested, I have it on YouTube also. But I tell this true story of The Exorcist. When I was making that Reagan, I was scared. You can ask Ron. Oh my God. I was scared for probably, I don't know, 2 weeks after that. Because I get myself so into it, and I was making her, and I was working on it at nighttime by myself out here. And then I told the whole story, the inspiration for the movie The Exorcist, so that scared me even more. I had to take a shower in our front shower for 2 weeks because I was too scared to take a shower in my bedroom. Oh God, I just got scared. Oh my God, I'm getting so spooked already. I have the fan on over the kitchen table right now, and I saw the picture that my grandson drew is hanging on the refrigerator. I just saw it move, and it just freaking terrified me right now. Anyway, so I had to take showers in the front shower because I was so scared I was going to see the Exorcist lady that I just created, which is so stupid because it's just a movie and it was a styrofoam head. But that's what I do to myself. I get myself all scared. And then I remember during that time, Ron likes to stay up late. I usually just go to bed. And I remember during that time, I was so tired, but I was spooked, and Ron's watching TV, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go to bed. Even though I was scared, I needed to go to bed. I was tired. So I went to the room, and the lights are off. I'm sitting on the edge of my bed, putting my hair, in a bun because it's long and I hate sleeping with it wrapping around my neck and stuff. And then I felt the bed bump, and I'm like, that's weird. I wonder if that's Drakey. Drake is the lab. I'm like, he usually don't come in here because he has his bed out in the kitchen. And I'm like, So I got up, I turned the light on, and I didn't see anything. Now, at that moment, I was terrified. Okay, I went out in the living room. I stayed inside. Ron just laughed. I stayed in the living room until he was ready to go to bed. Now, And I stayed like that for like 2 weeks. But in my mind, honestly, I don't think there was something there. I think that my imagination, because I've never had that before. I've never felt anything weird in this house. I've been here since April. And maybe I used my leg, and I think that my mind, because I was so scared, I really just scared myself. So, anyway, that happens when I do a really scary head and I do any kind of research. If it's related to, for example, the nun, that one is a little scary because that's, what is it, Valak, whatever the name is. There's a scary story related to that, and just, it gets to me. Thank you, Irene. Now I'm going to add some color. I was going to do purple, but I think I'm going to do some hot pink. Actually, what is the real color called? It's just called Bright Pink by Folk Art. So that's not fully dry. One thing about the pumpkin is it takes longer to dry on the pumpkin than it does on the styrofoam head, and I'm assuming because or no, I don't know why. I won't even tell you why I think, but okay. The eyes are dry more than that, so I'm going to put some eye color in there. I think I'm going to go with this light green by Craft Smart. Where's my water? Okay. I want it to be bright. And I use my regular seals. You use a sealant over this, an acrylic sealant. And man, it's not carved. This pumpkin will last forever. Oh my God. I'm exaggerating when I say forever, but I mean a very long time. When I did, I don't know if those of you that are here remember, I did the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I painted that. Oh my gosh, that pumpkin was still on my porch at Thanksgiving, looking fabulous. It's just, they last a long time. So I'll just get this light green in here. And then we'll do some cat eyes. And again, I know it's not perfectly straight or even, but just as long as it looks cute for something that the kids to see out there. Who knows? Maybe somebody will steal these pumpkins, and then I won't have to even worry about them. They'll steal them, and then I don't have to worry about disposing of them. All right, that's still a little bit wet, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just come in the areas that look drier. Don't forget to share and thumbs up, comment if you haven't. That really helps my algorithm. And also, activity right now really helps me out because Facebook invited me to participate in a bonus program, and it's over on November 22nd. And I get paid, I don't know, it's really low, but it'll add up for any activity on my page, for shares, for comments, for likes or loves, all that jazz. The only thing it doesn't count is stories and reels. So if you guys can help me out by commenting and sharing and liking my post through November 22nd, I just can't wait to see what it turns out I get. That will be fun. And I guess that they pick certain, I don't know if it's like a tryout thing or what, but they said that certain Facebook pages, they're letting them participate in the bonus, but you have to be, asked to do it. So I was pretty excited about that. Never participated in anything like that. That's that sound for stars. Oh, thank you, Irene, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for the stars. Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Anything related and the stars related strictly goes towards my crafts, my supplies and stuff. So thank you. Okay, so now it's kind of mixing with the white, so I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. And I know it looks a little funky right now, but give it a sec. Maybe some, darn, I don't have all my paints in here, and I think purple would look good for the nose. Gosh, dang it, and I don't have my purple in here. Where is it? All right, I'll get back to that in a second. I just want to do something really quick with the teeth to give them a better look. I'm going to take some black eyeshadow. I got to get some new eyeshadow, a little better quality. I ran out of my Jeffree Star, or no, my Jaclyn Hill. Actually, my Jeffree Star, I got to find my Jeffree Star. I know I have more black. But my Jaclyn Hill, the black, is such a good quality, and there's not a lot of fallout, and it's a nice dark black. And the lower quality blacks, they I'm gonna go this side. They don't cover as good. I'm just gonna add some black in there. Give a little spooky look. It's not shadowing very good, and I don't know if it's because it's a little bit damp. Going a little blotchy, but that's okay. Thank you, Denise. Thank you for the stars. Thank you, Georgia. It's coming together slowly. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for joining. I know it's late, but I figured tomorrow's Halloween. And you know what? Oh my gosh. I have some group ladies in here, and I was supposed to do your material list for Emerald, and I forgot. I got to do that material list tomorrow. So I was going to be a little busy, and I wanted to get my pumpkins done. I spent a lot of the morning in my group on our calendar. I was going to be doing a snow gal, one of the snow women. And oh my God, I spent part of the morning searching for that snowman, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I've moved stuff around so much since we've been having a lot going on, and I can't find where I put it. I'm so glad that I had Emerald. Emerald was going to be a tutorial for November, and I had it, so I was able to post that for my group today. So I got a snowman somewhere around here that I got to turn into a snow gal for my group. But that kind of sets me a little behind, because that tutorial that I uploaded today was supposed to be for next week. So now I got to do something different. Okay, so that just gives a little shadowing to the teeth. I don't know if you can see it good online. Let's see. Oh, I don't even see that. It said Star Parties Challenge started. I still don't understand what this is. Your audience has been challenged to send stars. Oh, okay. Encourage them to. Awesome. See, I'm not that familiar with that jazz. Okay. All right, let me just run in my other room and grab really quick a purple. I will be right back. Don't go away. Okay, I got a really dark purple. It's dioxide purple by Deco Art. It's a really pretty purple, super dark. So let's see how this looks on the nose. So clever. Never thought about using eyeshadow to do shade. Yes, Georgia. On my heads, 90% of the shadowing that you'll see is from eyeshadow. It works so good. Paint, you can shadow excellent, but I tell you, when you're doing it with eyeshadow, oh, it's just so much easier. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the shares and the stars. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Okay, see, yeah, I like that, the purple. It's going to be colorful. So even though I didn't do a base, my brush is all screwed up. Even though I didn't do a base on this, he's still going to be colorful. Oh, what am I doing? I'm putting pink. I don't want pink. Orange. Oh my God, I'm not even thinking straight right now. Purple. Does that ever happen to you guys? You're trying to say a word and then a whole other word comes out? Yay, thank you for all the emojis. All those emojis. Awesome. This definitely needs another coat, but get the first one on there. Okay. Let me go ahead and, whoa, look at that. I just dipped that whole thing in there. That was stupid. I thought it was a lot lower than that. I want to do one more coat on here before I put the eyes. I think one eye is bigger than the other too, but that's okay. I always say, don't worry about being perfect. Just do your best. That eye's a lot bigger. Now I really see the difference. Dang. I just finished saying don't worry, but I do need to make this one a little bit bigger. So I'll outline that again when it's dry, because it's ridiculously smaller. I didn't realize how small it was. Hey Ron, my husband is on here. Are you driving and on your phone, or are you still in Salinas? Where are you, husband? Where are you? Just add a little more pink up here. It's weird when you paint, you know, and I always say it, you have that ugly stage where stuff looks like, oh, it looks kind of messy. But once you're done and you do all your little touch-ups and stuff, it looks totally different. Is he not responding? He must have just popped on and popped off. Because I told him, I said, don't call me when you're heading home because I'm going to go live to paint a pumpkin. All right. Okay, let me get another coat of purple in here. You know what would also look nice is glitter. I love to glitter. Oh, it needs to dry more. Glitter on the nose would look nice. Where is my... Okay, let me just flip this guy. Hopefully I can do this because the paint is still wet. You don't want to do it when it's wet. Ugh. Oh, come on. Messed up. Well, I didn't make it as big, but I made it close. Heather, I sent you a video of my room I did for Halloween in your messenger. Hope you got it. Maybe you can watch it after your live. Absolutely. I will. Let me see. Huh. Did you send it to Creepy Holiday Stuff Messenger or Heather Bright? Because, oh wait, I think. Okay, awesome. I was just confirming I got it, Irene, and I did get it. So I will definitely watch it after the live. Thank you for sharing that with me. I absolutely love looking at stuff like that. Okay, I'm just going to kind of touch up this right here. Like I said, it's a little bit hard because the ripples in the pumpkin, you know, makes it a little difficult. So if you're painting your pumpkin, just remember it's a little difficult doing that. Okay, that one I think is good. This ripple, I can't. It goes indent right there is why. I'm going to do this right here. I just thought it needed a little more. Awesome. Okay, let me just, because I'm sure you're thinking, ooh, that outline looks bad. Just kind of fix this side. See that dang ripple? Makes you go thick with your brush. But you can fix it. Whoa, I don't want it rolling while I'm trying to do this. Just wherever you have those lines, indents, just paint a little slower there. Otherwise it's super difficult. Okay. These are crooked, but I think it's okay, you know, because the smile can look a little different on each side. I'm not even going to try to fix it, honestly. Dang it. Okay. Let me go really quick to... Oh, that's the stupid brush. More purple. Okay. All right. Oh, I have to add that this, which is probably not going to be even, but that's okay. I don't care. It's way not even. And it's way... Okay, that'll do. All right, I gotta do eyeballs. Okay, so we're gonna do dang ripple. Dang ripple. There's one. And I'm going to do the next one. look at it so I could get it kind of close. I hear Lily drinking water. Okay, now I'm going to take the back of my paintbrush so I can make little dots. So I like to use my yellow one. Just all depends on the size of dots you want to use. Hold on, I got to put a hole there. And a flaw there. Just depends on the size of dots. But I usually use this one, so I'm going to use this one. And usually stick it in there. And then dab it. And then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. He's just going to be a colorful, fun pumpkin that hopefully the little kids will like. Oop, made that one too big, but that's okay. Because I'm going to do this. Yikes, maybe not. If you have a Q-tip, that works so much better. A little flaw, but that's okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take some white. Yeah, Georgia, Q-tip is a savior. Usually I throw some in my little paintbrush holder and I run out and I haven't. But definitely Q-tip. I'm going to put a curve just like that. And then another one over here. I'm going kind of heavy on the colors. And, you know, not being super precise. This is not something that's for sale. It's just going in my front yard. So I'm just kind of being a little loose with it. But you get the idea. So I think maybe I'll even do a little white right here. Like that. To really emphasize these eyeballs. Okay. Now I'm going to do some shadowing. Hopefully my paint is dry. I hope. Thank you, Denise. I didn't see that. You said he looks awesome. Thank you. I'm going to flip him. Ooh, so you always have to remember when you're shading with your eyeshadow, where you want the shadow to be, you go into it. Like I want the shadow coming into the eye. So I'm not going to do this. If I do this, I'm going to end up with a sharp line. I don't want a sharp line. I want a shadow. That's the whole purpose, okay? So you move your whatever you're doing into the right way to where you can go into shadow it. Now this works super perfect on a styrofoam head, not as great on the pumpkin, but it still works. Sorry if you can't see, I just gotta turn it so I get it the way I need it for my shadows. And if there's any dampness in the paint, which you can see in this area, there is some, it's not gonna work. Going all the way around. Okay. Ugh. Now I'll go right here on top. Even a little right here around the eyeball. Just give some depth to the eye, you know, it makes it look a little cooler. Watch where you put your pinky, because all this wet paint. Yeah, see, I still have wet paint, so it's not shadowing as good as I'd like it to. But that's okay. Okay. Just said don't do that. This would probably look good with some glitter up here too. Make sure you got a stem on your pumpkin if you're going to paint him, because it's very helpful. Very helpful when you got to move them around. Let me see. Where is my... I'm looking for my blender and I don't see it. Oh, dang. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Some of this is... perfect. Okay. I don't know, I think he needs some more swirls, but I'm probably going to leave it like that. And I know that those need touch-ups, but basically, you know what, I'm done. Ooh, hold on, I'm trying to open this. Wow, what the heck? Let me run this under some hot water. Gotta have my triple thick. I hate it when it seals like that and I can't open it. Oh shoot, I got it. Oh, I got it, thank God. Okay, I usually take some saran wrap. I take it off the lid. I get saran wrap, which it fell in there, but I put saran wrap over my lid to avoid stuff like that. Okay, so hopefully the paint is dry enough to where you'll get to see his colors pop. Like I said, if I was going to spend more time and it wasn't so late, I would glitter that nose. Totally would glitter it. Working with eyeshadow, I dab. I dab because I've had bad experience with that shadow smearing. So I dab it first, and then if I want to do another coat, then I'll go on when it's dry. This will make the eyes pop. Brings out the colors. And it seals the pumpkin. And then I'll spray it too. I'll still spray this. But I just want this extra gloss on it. Nice glaze. It just gives it a more shiny, nice look. Do this black first because I have shadow. And when you're using triple thick, you're not supposed to go over it and over it and over it because it'll clump on you. It's fast, it dries fast, and if you can do stuff in just one swoop, then it's great. But it don't always work that way. This is what really helps my eyes on my heads look realistic too, is because this triple thick just it gets the eyeshadow with the paint and just brings it all together. Just softens it and creams it, and it just wow, it gives it a really realistic look. Just a little tip there for you if you do styrofoam head art. Oh, I was going to paint those. I was going to paint those and I didn't. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. Let me see what he looks like on the computer. Oh, he's colorful. Pretty. He's colorful there, huh? So that's like some form of a Cheshire cat. We'll just call him the Halloween Cheshire. For those of you who have not seen, I want to show my clown head, which I super love. Pennywise themed clown head. She is sold. I have to get her packaged. But these are my pumpkins. I'm going to do another one of similar to her. But these are my pumpkins. He turned out cute. I like him. Let's get her. Make sure I have no paint on me. I just have to actually finish the touch-up. I didn't do the touch-up yet. This is what I did. Oh, I super love her. Isn't she awesome? She's awesome. I have to touch up right down here. But when I did her, I thought, wow, I'm going to do a pumpkin with that because I love that. And then I have another head that I'm going to do a similar, because I love the Pennywise theme. It's just so awesome. Not exactly like this, but I'm going to incorporate that Pennywise into this head I have over here that's ready. But after I did that one, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to put it on a pumpkin. And I did. I put him on a pumpkin. So those are my pumpkins. And I'm done with pumpkins. I only did 3 this year, so that's it. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for listening to my stories. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the stars. Thank you so much for those stars and all the hearts and everything. It really helps my algorithm. And if you could, like I mentioned, I have until November 22nd for this special bonus program going on. So if you could just take the time when you go on Facebook to jump on my page and do a few likes or shares or comments, just until then, that would be super awesome. It would help me out, and I get to be excited to have a little special bonus at the end of, I think it comes in the end of December. It's over November 22nd, and then I'll find out what it is December. But anyway, any help would be appreciated. I will see you soon. If I don't go live tomorrow, please have a wonderful, happy Halloween. Stay safe and just enjoy yourself. If I can go live during my Halloween stuff outside giving candy, I will. But if not, please enjoy your night. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.